So in this video, I'm gonna be explaining what does every single pet do in Grow a Garden. So the first pet we have is the bunny. It is a common pet and it eats a carrot or normal or any chocolate variant and increases its selling value by 1.53x or more when it ages. And you can get the bunny from a normal common egg, and you have around 33.33% chance to get the bunny. And the next pet we have is the dog. Now the dog is also a common pet which you have around like 33.33% chance to get, and it tries to dig up a seed from your garden. Seed stop ones, not the limited ones. You can't get candy blossom, and it does that every minute. The seed isn't guaranteed though, with a success rate of 5%, but that increases every time it levels up. The next pet we have is the golden lab, which is also a common pet. You can also get this from the common egg. You can also get the golden lab for around 450,000 in a common egg, and it has a 33.30% chance you have to hatch it. It works like a dog but has a better shot at finding a seed with a success rate about 10%. So it's basically a better pet than the golden lab. And by the way, you still can't get the candy blossom from this pet. And another common pet is the bee. So you can get this from the bee egg, and you have around 65% chance to get it. It goes to a random fruit or veggie every 25 minutes and 45 seconds and makes it pollinated. So it's good if you want to get pollinated plants. So now moving on to the uncommon pets, you have the black bunny. You can get this from the uncommon egg, and it raises the price of carrots or chocolate carrots by 1.53 times when consumed doing it. It's just a big sooner than the regular bunny, so it has the same ability like the other bunny, but this one is a little better, and you can actually do this for the chocolate carrots as well. So now we have the cat. Now you can actually get this from the uncommon egg, and it naps for around 10.12 seconds every 1 minute and 20 seconds, making nearby fruits within 10 stars grow 1.25x larger, so it will make your plants bigger. So the next pet is the chicken, and you can actually get this from an uncommon egg as well, and you can buy this for around 150k, and it increases egg speed by around 10%. Now moving on to the last uncommon pet is the deer pet. You can also get this from the uncommon egg, and it has a 3% chance of making berry type stay on the plant even after harvesting. Berry fruit includes celestial berry, strawberry, blueberry, and cranberry and raspberry. So those are all of the uncommon pets in Grow a Garden. Now moving on to the rare pet. First we have the hedgehog pet. You could get this from the night egg from the previous Lunar Glow event, where you would talk with the wise owl NPC and give him moonlit, and in return you'll get special rewards for hitting a milestone. And another way you could get the night egg was that if you bought it from the moonlit shop after a few weeks after the Lunar Glow event. So you can get hedgehog from the night egg. It makes prickly fruits 1.52x times larger in Grow a Garden. Prickly fruits including cactus, durian, dragon fruit, and pineapple, and now with the addition of the nectar thorn as well. So now the next pet is the kiwi. You can also get this from the night egg as well. It finds and sits on the egg with the highest hatch time every minute, reducing its hatch time by 20%. So now we have the monkey pet. Now you can actually get this from a rare egg from the pet shop, and it refund fruits when selling only 2.5% likelihood. It only has a 2.5% chance of succeeding. Rare fruits like beanstalk, candy blossom, moon mango, and more have a small chance of return. So the higher the rarity of the fruit, the less chance you have for it to return. Now we have the orange tabby, which you can also get from the rare egg. It is a better version of the cat. It sleeps for about 1.3 minutes and makes fruit within 15.16 stars become larger by 1.51% during that time. So it's a better version of the cat. Now the pig. A pig Pig. You can also get the pig from the rare egg. It has a chance to turn nearby fruit within 15 turns into mutated variants. The likelihood of this occurring is just 2%, and the ability lasts for around 15 to 30 seconds every 2 minutes. Another rare pet is the rooster, which you can get from the rare egg. It raises egg hatch speed by around 21. So last obtainable rare pet is the spotted deer. Like the deer traits, but boost the chances of berry type fruits remaining on the plant after picking to around 5%. Last pet in this category is the honeybee. You could get this from the bee event, bee egg, and it triggers the pollinated mutation on plant every 20 minutes, so it is a better pet than the bee. Now moving on to the legendary pets. The first legendary is the blood hedgehog, which you could get from the shop after the Gluten Glow event. It makes pickly fruits 2% bigger, and any mutated ones among them sell for 1.16x more. It is just basically better than the normal hedgehog. Now we have the blood kiwi. Now increases both hatch time and hatch speed of eggs in your garden by 45% and 22.5 respectively. So it's a better pet than the kiwi, or it is a upgraded version of the normal kiwi. Now we have the cow, which you can get from a legendary egg from the pet shop. It speeds up the growth of all plants within the 8.18 starts by 1%, making their fruits spawn faster than usual. Now we have the frog. Frog is also a pet you could get from the moonlit event and a moonlit shop. It makes a random crop grow faster for about 24 hours, meaning its fruits ripen quicker. This ability activates every 20 minutes. Now we have the mole, which you could also get from the night egg. It had around every 1.2 minutes it docks up a gear or shackles from you. Gear includes trowel, lightning rod, watering can, all sprinklers, and anything from the gear shop, except the limited items like the chocolate sprinkler. Now the last unobtainable pet is the moon cat. You could get this from the moonlit shop every 2 hours, and it snoozes for about 20 seconds every time and enlarges a fruit by 1.5x within a small range. It also helps moon type plants, moon mango, moon blossom, moonflower, etc. stay on the plant after picking. It is very OP if you have moon type plants. Now we have the panda. Now you can get panda from a legendary egg. It jumps over and eats bamboo, increasing its sell value by only 1.5x. We have the polar bear, which you can get from the legendary egg in the pet shop. It may grant a chilled or frozen mutation to random fruits every 1.30 minutes, though the likelihood is just 10%. It has a 10% of applying a frozen mutation. Now we have the sea otter, which you can get from the legendary pet egg. Acts like a living water can. It sprays water on random plants every 50 seconds, helping their plants to grow faster, so just like sprinkler. Now we have the silver monkey. Now you can get this silver monkey from the pet shop by buying a legendary egg. Can return your plant even after you sold them, but the probability is only around 7.76%, meaning it is a better plant. Now the rarest of them all is the turtle, which helps sprinkler, basically basic, advanced, godly, master, and chocolate last 20% longer, and the ability of the turtle can stack, so as many turtles you have, the more time it will save for the sprinklers. Now the next unobtainable legendary pet is the wasp. Now you can get the wasp from the bee egg, and turns a random fruit pollinated every 30 minutes, then bites and raises an active pet's cooldown by almost a minute every 10 minutes. So it basically recharges their ability every 20 minutes. It can basically recharge your pet ability. Now we have the hawk, which you can get from the bee egg, and it works like a wasp, but it's quicker. The hawk can mutate a plant in about 30 minutes and improves cooldown by 82 seconds. We have another is the petal bee. You can also get from the bee egg. Not only does it make your flower plants not disappear after picking 1% chance, but it also gives the crop the pollinated mutation after a round of 30 minutes. And the last legendary pet we have is the moth. it fills the hunger bar of an active pet completely 12 minutes. So it will feed any pet that you have had. Now moving on to mythical pets, we have the brown mouse, which you can get from the mythical egg. It allows a player to jump higher and also get an 800 XP every 8 minutes to age pretty fast. And we have the caterpillar, which you can get from the bug egg. It makes leafy plants within its range produce fruits faster. Leafy plants are those with green leaves, such as beanstalk, grape, eggplant, pepper, etc. Now we have the echo frog, which you could get from the night egg, and it used to every 50 minutes one of your crops will experience faster growth for an entire real world day. The crop will be keep giving fruits more rapidly than usual, and it's like better than the normal frog. Now we have the giant ant, which you can get from the bug egg. When harvesting crops, there's a 10% possibility that they'll be cloned, giving you 2 fruits instead of 1. Although rare plants are less likely to duplicate, candy blossom fruits are more likely to. So candy fruits are more likely, meaning if you have a candy blossom and a lot of giant ants, you have a higher chance of it coming back into your inventory even after picking it up. Now we have the gray mouse, which you can get from the mythical egg. It gives the mouse around 500 EXP every 10 minutes and boosts players' jump height. We have the owl, which you could get from the night egg from the lunar glow event. All walking creatures in your garden gain a 0.3 XP every second. This is helpful in aging them and then selling them to unlock extra pet slots. So the next pet is the praying mantis, which you can get from the bug egg. This is the second best pet in a bug egg. It prays for around 10.3 seconds every 1.32 minutes, increasing your chance of finding a mutated fruit on its radar. You can get any normal mutation except the event ones or those triggered by dev, that is exam plasma and downbound and also disco. Now we have the red fox, which you can get from the mythical egg. Now it hops in your neighbor garden every 10 minutes and tries to grab a seed from any of the non-event plants to bring you. You cannot get candy blossom using red fox. Red foxes have a quite low success rate if the garden has high quality rarity seeds. So the next pet is the red giant. With this animal, there's a 5% chance that picking normal fruits, especially berries, gives you an extra one in your inventory. Now we have the snail, which you can get from the bug egg. You have a chance to get a seed from the crop you just harvested. It's like a 5% chance to get the crop you just harvested. Now we have the squirrel, which you can get from the mythical egg. When you are planting a seed, it might return to your inventory. This means it will grow crop for you, but you'll also get the seed back. Now I don't know if this works with event seed or anything. Now we have the chicken jockey. Now you could get this from the previous, I think it was a cosmetic update, where if you were playing at that time, you would get this pet. Now it's unobtainable right now, so if you don't have it, you can never get it again, so you have to trade for it. You might get a zombified fruit every 30 seconds with only a 20% chance for it to be succeed, and it also increases hatch speed by around 10%. So the next mythical pet is the firefly, which gives you a soft veggie or fruit every 1.32 minutes, and it only has a 3% success rate, and you can only get firefly if you join the test server. Now we have the bear bee. Now you can get bear bee from the mythical. You can get the bear bee from the bee egg. And now grants a nearby fruit the honey glaze mutation every 25 minutes. And the last mythical fruit we have is the butterfly. It finds a plant with 5 or more mutation every 30 minutes and replaces all the mutation with the rainbow mutation. She does not touch the favorited plant. We only have around 6 divine pets in Grow a Garden. So the first divine pet is the blood owl, which you could get from the blood moon shop, and it makes all the pets roaming around your farm earn an extra 0.53 EXP on top of what they get from being fed. And the third the most valuable is the dragonfly. It turns a random fruit in your garden golden around every 4.5 minutes, and now the timer increases. The timer becomes less every time you make it age it up, but I think the max you can get is around 4.3. The next is the night owl, which you could get from the night egg, and now which you could get from the night egg from the moonlit shop, or the wise owl, and it grants a 0.23 exp to all active creatures, and it also had around 4% chance to get it. Now we have the next, the raccoon, aka the most valuable pet in Grow a Garden, except Disco Bee. It has around 0.1% chance to get from a normal egg, and a 1% chance to get from a premium egg, and hangs out in your neighbor's garden every 15 minutes and duplicates a fruit they have for you, even event exclusive. So even if it's candy blossom, you can still get it. Now we have the queen bee, the recent mythical divine pet, which you can get from the bee egg, and it completely replaces an active pet's trait cooldown every 30 minutes and pollinates one of your garden plants about every 25 minutes. And the last pet we have, and the most rarest pet of them all, is the disco bee. You can get this from the premium anti bee egg, and it's the first ever pet that can give your plant the disco mutation, which is an admin mutation, and it every like 20 minutes it has around like 30% chance to get it. So that's it for today, guys. See you in the next video. Bye.